Hey guys, it's Paige Poppe. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here, and I just wanted to share a quick tip for sparking your creativity, because this is a question I get often, is like how you stay inspired and like how do you come up with new ideas and everything. And I wanted to bring this up because I have been working in this new sketchbook, which you guys saw in my what I got for Christmas art supply haul. And to be quite honest, in the past I had trouble filling up a whole sketchbook. I would do like a couple pages and then like put it on the shelf and never finish it, and that happened a lot when I was younger. And I've noticed now the ideas just flow a lot easier. So you guys can see I just got this sketchbook. I sketched in it last night and today, and I've already filled like this much of it, so it's like almost a third. It's just like pages of drawings, and it's really been fun. And I was doing some thinking today, trying to figure out like why that is, and so I wanted to share with you why I think it is, and hopefully it is a tip that will spark your creativity. So to begin, I think part of the problem is just having this kind of like panic or like anxiety about filling a blank page, because you're like, oh, I don't want to waste a sheet of paper, or like there's so much possibility, I don't know what to do with it. And I think one thing I figured out is that it's a good idea to just buy some like cheap supplies. So you guys saw in the art supply haul, a lot of my supplies were like, just kind of like fun little items that weren't super costly. Like I got this hobby color marker set for Christmas. This was probably like $7.99, and then this sketchbook was like $5, and I have this whole like bucket of pencils here that was given to me. So I think I might have paid my friend like $3 for all of these colored pencils and everything. And then I was giving these Centos markers for Christmas as a joke, but they're actually really fun to use. But the point is, I have all of these cheaper supplies that are less expensive and a little lower quality than the supplies that I would use to create art I was going to sell on my site. But it gives me like a really stress-free blank page to start with, because I'll find a page in here where like I have some pages where I was like totally messy, and this is not like a beautiful piece that I would ever sell or like typically share in an Instagram photo or anything. And some of them were just really fun. Like I was just kind of playing around doing like a Happy New Year sketch. So I think that this has totally opened my creativity, and it just lets me go. So I can do like a bunch of sketches really quickly and not have any sort of like hesitation at all. So I will say that's my number one biggest tip, is just to kind of like invest in some cheap supplies. Of course, have that high quality stuff, so after you've created 10, 20, 50, 100 sketches, you know what you want to create with the nice paper. And admittedly, I will just jump into the nice paper sometimes if I have the perfect idea, but this really gets your ideas flowing. And I can honestly say that there's probably like 5 pages in here that I want to turn into final nice pieces that I will sell. Alright, so that was kind of my first part of the tip for sparking your creativity. I'm just going to keep pulling this up. But the other part I want to share quickly, besides the type of supplies I have, is also how I've been storing my supplies. So for example, you can see that I'm pretty good at like putting things into containers. So like for example, this is now my colored pencil box, which I have. So if I want to have a sketching session and I want to move it to a different part of my house or something, all I have to do is like grab 2 things and go, and I don't have to go like search for pencils everywhere. And so basically like organizing my supplies and containing them has really made a huge difference. And I'm also going to show you guys now my storage drawer of a bunch of supplies. So you can see I have this old dresser next to my desk, and I cleared out the drawers, and I kind of made this my hub for supplies. And I'm planning to make maybe a full video about this like desk tour, or like how I organize supplies. But basically I have this drawer now, and things are really contained. So there's like packs of brushes in here, or there's like pen sets in here. if I have the colored pencils, I can just pop them in and close this. So I can open this drawer, and when I'm ready to create and do some sketches, I can just go ahead and pull these two things out and take them wherever I need to, or maybe I'm gonna go sketch outside or on the go or something. So that has made a huge difference for me as well, and I get so much more use out of my supplies. There are some supplies that I will keep on my desk more at hand, like my whole cup of brushes that are like my nicer brushes, or pens, but kind of just the key thing here is grouping things together so that I can take them on the go and I know where everything is. Alright guys, so those are kind of my part 1 and part 2 tips of how to spark your creativity, and I hope you enjoyed it. This has made a huge difference for me, and I was kind of just sitting here reflecting, and definitely when I sketch, some new ideas come to mind. So I was sitting here sketching and I thought, you know, this would be a good tip to share with you guys in a little quick format. I like to mix it up, have some videos where I'm talking and you can see my face, but I think these little quick dirty desk ones are just as good. So I really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know if this works for you, or if you have any tips of your own. I'd love to hear one in the comments section. And if you have not already and would like to be, please subscribe to my channel and join us and join in on the creative fun here. There's always something new happening, and until my next video, I'm sending you guys all of the positive and creative vibes your way, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! And I'm excited to have just some more play around sketchbooks laying around so I can just do quick sketches or practice from my figure drawing book. So I'm excited to have this one. The paper is acid free and it's 8 by 10 inches and it says heavy stock paper. So I do like that this is in a standard frameable size. I have used quite a few sketchbooks and paper that are in European sizes that I bought while I was in Denmark, and that was a fail because they were all like a little bit too small for framing. So it's nice to have one that's like a very standard size